You know, every time that happens, it's like just a new flavor of silly ass bullshit.
Oh no, these guys are not hard. Boop. Goodbye. Oh, that was fucking great.
What? Wait, how was that a deflection? What? Demon Undercut doesn't do that, does it?
Can't tell you how much I don't like this. Can't,
Oh man, that was fantastic. Cool. Awesome. What the fuck is happening?
yeah, she was typing it, and she's looking me dead in the face while she does it.
Or do you always look like that?
Oh god, what? Oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't think that this is possible at this point. That was so worth it. Okay. Bruh. Bruh. Oh my god. Oh my god.
How about this?
Did I make him fucking hurt himself?
Hey, what's up, Jesse? Oh yeah, did you pop in? Oh. Or was that the highlight where I ran out of time right when I started spanking that enemy? That shit was funny. Like, it had never, like, it makes sense, but at the same time, it had never occurred to me that would just carry on into the time over. Okay. So I'm making, like, I'm doing this specifically for X-Fiery. Because he's learning this run.
You need to return to
And I always forget to turn off the vibration. For whatever reason, this is the one detail that this game refuses to hold, is is the cycle lock on his left click? I thought I had it on right. Whatever. The one detail that this just refuses to remember of your options is, yeah, what's up, Keone? Is whether or not you want vibration on. I don't. I'm not a vibration enjoyer. I forgot to have the vision on. That shouldn't have happened. Why did you not fall down? Oh, V-Rising I've mostly just been doing as, like, a great way to waste time kind of thing. It's on, like, the final few bosses, and I just straight up do not feel the motivation to give a shit. Because the bosses, like, regardless of what difficulty they're supposed to be, they range from super easy to ridiculously gimmicky.
You can't be here.
Ooh, this is quite a bedroom. But I'm the first girl to see it by choice, huh?
blindside.
I'm not even sure I would call it a beat 'em up. Anyway, so this is like the first actual skip in the game. And just so that we can make sure to demonstrate it properly. So that's where the exit is right there, right? That's where you're ultimately trying to go. What you want to do, if I remember this correctly, is you want to jump at this flag such that you just barely move it, but you want it to move to the left. Like that, and you'll launch off of it. It's a bit awkward to get used to. But for whatever reason, this specific flag has like an invisible platform associated with it. And basically what happens is if there's multiple layers of platform in the same spot, the game will default you to the top one. But in the zip upward, you'll just gain height. So when you slightly move the flag to the left and hit the wall at the same time, you just clip through those layers and it gives you height. I mean, like, so I found that flag skip completely on accident when I was... Basically, I was looking to see if I could find a way to reach that top area without fighting the guy. And so I jumped up on that middle island. He can't even reach you there. And I was just looking around and saw, okay, well, that's where the exit is. I guess I'll jump at this flag. And literally the first time I jumped at the flag, height. I immediately ended up... Well, yeah, pretty much all the tech that's in this game, with, like, tiny exceptions. Pretty much everything that's been found in this game is me.
How about some music?
Wait a minute, look, she's damp here. Are you one of the masters?
No way. The master hates Lady Damage. You'd never have one of
Nice. Yeah, that's unsurprising, though. So... This is a really annoying thing about the run. Is I've explained before that if... So, when a thing in this game damages you, there's a set amount of time before it can damage you again. But if two different things are damaging you, then they reset each other's cooldown. So, what happened just now is, like, there's a fire in the fireplace. That thing just exists. And then a body was in the fireplace that was on fire. So there's two different fires. And so I went from full health to none health in the blink of an eye. I used to think that happening right there would just kill your run. But because, like, I follow a loadless logic... It turns out that if you just react to it immediately, hit the start button and hit the A button, then you load and end up at the bottom of the area where you're supposed to drop. Technically, it could be faster. I'm trying to think where the next, like, actual skip is.
You guys have got to keep the ship together. Keep a sharp eye. You've got incoming.
The movement in here is actually really precise if you, like, are trying to keep enemies from boxing
Looks
you
like
in.
we've got a party crasher up here.
Because, especially in that spot that I just went past, it's real easy for enemies to just lock onto you and keep you from being able to move. I am the speedrun scene for this game. Currently, I'm trying to teach it to someone else who might repair that fact somewhat. Like, so when this started, right, I got into this game specifically because Gala asked me to. I very literally looked into tech for this game, having never played it before. I've never played this game casually. I specifically looked into learning this speedrun and finding a bunch of speedrun tricks for it entirely on Gallus Rennie's request. And, sometime after that... Oh god, this is an interesting story. So sometime after that, she sought to become the moderator for the leaderboard on speedrun.com. The leaderboard already existed under the guise of someone whose screen name is Gustavo Predator. Hell of a name you got there, buddy. Anyways, that guy at least admitted he still didn't really know that much about the game, and just went ahead and made her a moderator, which was a good choice at the time. Sometime after that, because, you know, we were trying to break a specific time barrier, and we decided to look at Gustavo's run to see, like, even though his time was super shit, even by our standards at that time, it was like a 250 something. We decided, well, you know what we should do is we should get in a call and watch it together and see if there's anything in this run that we don't know about. And what we saw was this dude who clearly didn't know how to play the game, got out of this section of the game, because this section is very linear, and then just constantly got lost. Like, literally did not know where he was going, got stuck not knowing where to go next for like 22 minutes, quit the game, put in the level select cheat, and selected the next stage. And left the timer running. And he did that, like, I don't know, maybe a dozen times? And, like, the first time we saw it, Gala and I were stunned. Like, we were on call. We were on a video call. So, like, here would be, like, the recording of the game that we're watching. And over here was her and, like, my cams on Discord. We were both just like... And, no, yeah, we were stunned, bruh. Anyway, so Gala removed that run, which was the correct call, because, come on, dude, what the fuck? But the last time that I checked the leaderboard, she's not a mod there anymore.
Rain, where are you?
Found a stray. Can I keep?
Party's downstairs, man.
It's really unfortunate when that happens. I really need to find a route up here that doesn't include that. Because, you know, I really should just, like, jump to the next actual skip. Where are we? The ballroom? So the boss fight is, like, the next actual part. Whatever, fuck it, I'm just gonna go.
Party's downstairs, man. Looks like we've got a party crasher up here.
One thing Fiery definitely needs to get used to is the pole movement, because, like, he's still moving around on the poles like he has no idea how they work. Which is fair, it's not something that you deal with in Wigio games all that often. I did not move far enough in.
Can't say as much for the other guests. Get here soon or you'll miss it.
You guys have got to keep the shoot together.
But yeah, I currently hold the fastest time in this game by, I don't know, probably something like 20 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember what Gala's time is. I have a comparison VOD for it.
Rain, look down to the back. Shoot him out of the air.
One thing I need to teach Fiery is that you can just mash the start button to skip the save shit. To skip the save prompt.
Be careful. He may have come to you almost.
Aw, come on, dude.
Oh, didn't they tip?
No windows, but that big fan is set into an exterior wall. You boys should have let me finish.
What?
your drink.
What? Clearly, I'm not used to this anymore.
And there you go.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? It really depends on how much patience. Like, look, the fact of the matter is that usually the person who has world record in a game, it's not. It usually isn't necessarily that they're the most talented at it. It has everything to do with the fact that they have spent the most time on it. Ah, come on, dude. That should be good enough. It's not good enough. Clearly, I also need some practice. Is the train coming? Will be soon enough. Anyway, so just as a pointer for Fiery, because I told him, so like that bar right there, just in front of that bar, about right there, that's where the opening is. He messed up last time and fell down behind this fence over here. And I told him before, like at this point he thought it was fucked. But it turns out it is fixable, but it's real weird. And that's how you fix it. Totally strange, but it is a waste of time. Speedrunning to kill all the monsters. I mean, that's why I love my Gauntlet and God Hand, man. It's like it gets to a point to where it's like, yeah, you're running past everything, but then you start to realize like there's situations that exist in the game that the speedrun never, ever, ever prepares you to deal with. Because, like, for instance, the women with the fans, you never really fight them in an actual speedrun. But yeah, what's going on, Max? Oh yeah, then you get her to jump all over that barrel. It deletes her pretty quickly. Supposedly, if you... Like, this car right here on my right in the cutscene. Supposedly, if you blow that up when she jumps on it, then it'll instant kill her.
Listen, I remember the old Union station up the road. Looks like
Go ahead and ask your question. But in my testing, it doesn't. Like, it might be one of those things where if like the exact perfect conditions happen, then it does it. But in my testing, it does basically none damage. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and freeze the enemies so that I can demonstrate what's going on here. So Fiery has already managed to do this, and it's really not that complicated, but basically you want Rain to bump on that, and then she'll like rub up against the box, and if you get the right amount of height over the box, then it'll launch you and you'll make it up to here. If you get too much of a launch, then you bonk on this object right here. And if you bonk, literally no chance in hell that you're going to make it onto the platform. There is an alternate to this that is more consistent, if I can remember it, because it's a recent discovery. It's sort of right here-ish. It's clearly not easy to do, and it's sort of the same as the mess hall skip in that you want to get that height and then move yourself onto the object. Oh my god, dude. Evidently I don't know how to do this at all. Like I said, recent discovery. So I haven't really practiced it, but when I was trying it on, it was way more consistent. By the way, the reason this object has such a, like, fucked set of physics is because this object isn't actually part of the map. It falls here in a cutscene. All 4 face buttons. So, like, you put your thumb in between all 4, and then you just roll back and forth on them. What? Come take my meds. I'm getting, like, notifications for things related to Viv's help. Weird. Because I didn't have nearly this much trouble with this last time. Oh, I remember what it is. You don't want to hold the stick all the way forward. You just want to kind of walk into it. And then you would just navigate onto the other platform. Yeah, if you're doing that and it's not working, your controller needs to be investigated for fraud. Are you shitting me right now? But yeah, that's the alternate to the box. I'm not really sure if it's worth it, but the box can be, like, unsettlingly inconsistent. That should do it. I mean, it's entirely possible.
Hi, I'm not interrupting.
Wait, what? No, normal mode is harder than hard. But not for this reason.
Off now.
Ah. I hate this fucking thing. There's an alternate to this that might be easier. Or more consistent, rather. But it's, like, wonkier because of the angle you have to jump at. And because there's a bit of an invisible wall there. But, like, getting up onto this thing is an asshole, because it just keeps on trying to dump you off. Okay, a late jump makes more sense, alright. It's just that the shape of the geometry doesn't match the shape of the actual object. Alright, so this is not actually a thing that's in the run. Xbox Classic. So this isn't a thing that's actually in the run, and I'm not sure it ever will be, but there's a broken spline right here. This can be clipped through, but... So... On ReVamped, this cannot be clipped through at all. And it's real picky about whether it will or will not let you through. It's really easy to accidentally clip back in on the other side. Like, this is far and away one of the pickiest skips I've found, and at present, until I find a way to make it better, I don't think I'm ever going to do it in an actual run. But that right there is really what you're trying to do, is to just drop down into the alleyway directly below it. That way you're only going up a couple of sections of stairs. Also, if you can, like, notice there's, like, no enemies until these guys.
And I thought that was a pretty frantic call.
I take.
You gotta make a withdrawal from the blood bank.
Bro, could you? Did I just save his life? What an absolute mess. Wow. This is a disaster.
Oh, you'll never even miss it.
So, no level up.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low. Well, I've got
There it goes.
dreamed of before.
That should be the last one. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since Viv and I have actually streamed together. Wait, what? No, get out of
Your
here.
quarry are taking the high road.
I see that. What's between me and them?
Why, the fabulous club Strages.
I'll take it. Well, I won't take that. I won't take it! See, I'm like not doing a job whatsoever of like actually explaining what I'm doing, dude.
We're getting our asses handed to us here.
This is why like I never make tutorials for this kind of stuff, because like, bro, I'm so like locked into what I'm doing, and I never really think to say, oh hey, yeah, so right here, blah, 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 blah. I never think of it. I am curious. Okay, that would have been interesting, but apparently not. What if... Well, I mean, even if I did have a bonk right there that launched me, it wouldn't help. Because there is another gear in the way. I am curious, right? Slow time doesn't actually slow down the gears. Bro, what? I'm gonna actually look for some... Oh god, I hate it when this happens. I'm actually gonna try to look for something here. I keep on doing that like it's gonna fucking do anything. Right. Yeah, these literally have no, like, platform presence whatsoever. Yeah, so there is, in theory, a bit of a skip right here that involves jumping on that gear and then hopping to a higher pole right there. It saves a tiny bit of time. It's really hard to do, extremely finicky, and not at all worth it, really. That was interesting. So I'm trying to bait her into teleporting off map. Wait, what? I got multiple times stuck on some random object. I don't know if that was any faster or not, probably not. Vivi.
Damn, Severin, it's horrible down here.
Yeah, well, hey, use it somewhere.
Blow it! Blow it now!
Mm-hmm.
Where are you taking us? Let's keep it moving, people.
Come on! Move! Move! Move!
Stop!
Looks like they're smuggling their victims through here.
Sort of a reverse underground railroad then. Let's them move through the city while the sun's up.
I'm trying to do something that I know is a thing that I can do. And it's not wanting to let me do it. Oh well. Ah! Unfortunate. Mate. That's not what I wanted at all. Please. This might be correct. This is not correct. In the drink. Fuck me. But don't actually. Bruh. That should do it. That didn't do it.
You gotta make a withdrawal from the blood bank.
See, I even know the setup, and this is still really, really, really picky. God damn it. Now I'm not in the right position, and the camera wants to be a prick. No. Dead.
There's only one of them.
What? Mate, where are you going? Please don't do that. Oh god, and there's not even a way for him to go up right here. Video game, come on! What? At this angle, I'd probably have to be this far back. I'm not even sure that it's gonna work. Nah, it's not gonna. He's aiming me towards the water. No. So it was like I was trying to teach Fiery this, and it's just like, bro, I can barely do this. It's such a pain in the ass. I mean, Viv doesn't have a YouTube to speak of, really, and I do not Tomb Raider because they are associated with the bad people. That'll do it. God, that skip. I really, 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 really need to find a better way to do that.
Hey, what do you know about those guys with the detonation? Man, no matter how dedicated you are,
Damn,
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
And I thought somebody was gonna lose an eye.
God damn, this little canister right here is the worst, man.
You got it, Pops.
You moved down to the principal water treatment.
Jeez, these guys are clawing at me. They sealed off the tunnel.
Let me see. Okay, I'm reading an access tunnel directly beneath you. Use those big guns to blow open an entrance somehow.
Yeah.
I'm through.
See a service tunnel running down there. That'll lead. What the hell?
Fucking video games, am I right?
Beats me. Sounds good though, and unhappy.
We recently saw like an Uncle Roger video of him like going on about some
I'm at the bottom of a
anime where like women eat food and then their fucking clothes pop off and shit. It's real dumb.
too high.
You should be near the pump rooms.
Huh. That's curious. Backwards compatibility sure is a big old question mark, ain't it? Want this dark reality tank queef. I mean, I suppose I could use a warp room. It's fine. Cheats, go to the warp room.
Yeah, well, it is a sewer.
I'm at the bottom of a service tunnel.
Okay, looks like you're entering a section of the old water treatment plant. Stay
All right,
sharp.
get going.
Severin, I'm closing on them, but the water's too high.
No.
Pump rooms. Find a way to lower.
Oh, fun. Remember I said it never remembers the vibration being off?
You see a door anywhere nearby? It should lead straight to the west water pump room. That pump's going to be shut down.
Okay, Seven, there's the pump. What needs to happen to shut it
Click.
down? Yep, I got it.
Great, that'll shut.
That wasn't so tough.
That's not what I wanted. Wow. She avoided the fire. That's unfortunate.
Hey, schoolgirl.
That's unfortunate twice because now I have to get more juice.
Don't make me improvise, Paul.
Okay. God damn everything to hell, dude. This is going about as poorly as it possibly can. So throwing a boom... Oh my god! Stop targeting nonsense! Throwing a boom guy into one of these just breaks it immediately. Throwing anybody else into it requires 3.
Meh. Switches and levers are so old school anyway.
God damn it.
Alright, the water level is dropping. Low enough, anyway.
My movement is so bad right
The
now.
facility is just at the other side of the access tunnel. It's getting rough up here, Rain.
What the fuck?
It's getting rough up here, Rain.
Why are the warp room markers on? Man, this game is so busted.
And high tide is coming in fast. You need to do everything in your power to move faster.
Something tells me this catwalk isn't entirely stable. Whoa! Huh, what do you know? Ooh, the wooden ones float. Finding that out was worth a fall. Definitely come in handy.
What? It is kind of funny that the only console from that generation known for not destroying itself, like, really, really effectively, is the GameCube.
Get it ready. Oh, there she is. Open fire!
Blocked. Seven, I've hit a dead end.
Oh my god.
Hot lead was right in that line.
Oh my god, dude. What a fucking disaster.
Get it ready. Load up. There she is. Open fire!
Well, that guy's not gonna exist anymore, at least.
Blocked. Seven, I've hit a dead end.
Are you shitting me right now? There it goes. Damn.
Nothing like hot lead to brighten up my mood.
What a weak-ass performance this has been. Now, see, it'd be real nice to skip that. But I genuinely am not even... I'm not even confident it's possible. What the hell? Jesse, that is not the direction the logic was going. Bruh.
Severing that voice. I don't know how much closer I want to get to it. Something is shaking the walls like crazy. No other way through, huh?
Come on, dude, what?
Good. There should be an access tunnel through the next room. If they have broken into the subway system, it'll be through there. If not, get ready to say hi to a whole city's supply of homeless
Bro,
junkies
what?
and hookers.
What the hell is happening?
That's it. How you like them apples, you old schcob?
What the hell's a schkab? That ain't gonna hit. In fact, I'm not even sure it let me throw it in the correct direction. What? No. What the hell? That's Slez. Slez has big, ugly titties. You don't want them, I promise. Lady, what are you doing? Get out of here. Yeah, what's up, Fiery? 0 chance. There's a specific cycle you want this to be on that I got way hella off of. So when you throw the 4th one down, you want to jump forward and turn on Blood Rage, and the reason that you turn on Blood Rage is because otherwise she'll flap you away. So, fun fact, it's possible, it's theoretically possible to go into Blood Rage, approach her immediately, and yoink the heart out, but the hook shot just barely doesn't reach her. And this is probably the #1 thing that a New Game Plus run would be very different on, because if you Blood Rage, go down, get right up on top of her, at just the right angle, you can fire a rocket that will bypass the exterior hitbox, hit the heart, and immediately end the fight. It's like the only thing in the run that would be significantly different on New Game Plus. So, Fiery, I was telling you about the alternate skip. I will, and you got part of it, like, the first part you understood, you figured it out pretty quick. You do want to yoink one of these dudes through the gap. You do not want to let the other dude fire at you. And then you just want to drag this guy all the way over. Now, at the top where that pipe is, there's an invisible wall, or an invisible ceiling, rather, and up to the top of those bricks, there's an invisible wall. So there's like a little gap that Rain needs to aim for, and it has to be on the right, because whatever the shape of the invisible shenanigans is above this curved piece of fence, I'm not even going to be able to try to give you the basics of what the hell that looks like. Come on, buddy. He's gonna run at me and boink. Alright. Hey! Whatever you're doing, cut it out. Now, if you get it right, then you can manipulate Rain's movement somewhat and get into that gap. Oh, I fucking stopped blocking a little too early. Too tired? Fair enough. This is not how to do this? Bro, okay, hold on. Oh, I know what it is. I'm under that. It needs to be in this section of the gate. See, like I said, I have not learned this completely myself, and all I can confirm, giant pain in the ass. Alright, and now I'm over that bullshit. Now see, at this point, you'd have to go out into this sunlight. And by the way, the sunlight even extends this area where it theoretically isn't sometimes. This is where I'm not really sure. I think if I move forward right now, I'll fall exactly where I need to be. Nope. Soft lock. And what you need to do is you need to fall partway into this wall. Because if you're on the other side of that wall, you just fall into oblivion. But if you're on the inside of this wall, well, there's nowhere to go. Alternatively, this skip also theoretically works different. So, like, if you could get this to happen faster than, say, going... Because, like, you know the route, right? You go into this door, you go to the left, you throw that guy into the button, you go back all the way around, and then you enter that room, right? So, alternatively... You could, and this depends entirely on if you could get this done more quickly. I think it can be done more quickly, but this guy has to be not a dickhead. We know good and damn well these enemies are real good at being dickheads.
That's gonna heal plenty.
Like, see, that combo, if we started that combo over here, that combo would be fine, but it pushes me way too far. But yeah, alternatively, the thing that needs to be understood is that that area that I was trying to fall is in the exit. But where is the exit? Well, it's below that silo, which just means that you can just jump into the silo. So now we're in here without forced combat, which means I can just focus on getting to where I need to go. Fuck. Fuck. Also, you did get this part right when this guy appears. I was real happy that you did that. Poink. Are you shitting me right now? Okay, well, if that goes wrong somehow, the way to get more enemies to appear... because those guys are stuck... is to go through here... and then back. Unless that's broken too now. Skipping too many things causes problems. I'm in God mode, and it still didn't keep me from dying. Here, you know what? Come a little closer, buddy. Yeah, that'll be something to remember later. If it goes wrong, just kill yourself and do it again. There is at least one skip coming up that's, there's like a new version of the skip rather than it being a skip that's completely new. Fuck. Yeah. That version of it would, but it really depends on if it would be faster than hitting that button and going back around. I think it potentially could be, but it's also one of those things that's like, well, it really depends on if this enemy decides to behave or not. That skip went really, really hyper shit.
You should run. It won't help, but it might make you feel better.
Yeah, even looping that properly didn't help me all that much. So this is the back alternates. If you're holding down when you do the alternating attacks, then you can get a different combo. I mean, it's easy to underestimate how much time is spent just running around, but in one direction, you pull a dude and then you run around, and then in another direction, you run around, throw a dude, and then run around. I'm not sure. If I could find a way to make it consistent to do that blind drop into the spot where you need to be, because if you drop where you're just inside of the collision for the wall, then you can jump out of bounds around that gate and just go straight to the ending. Now, there's a skip in here, like this is where you were when I left, because I was very tired. Like I said, there is a skip in here that, yeah, I figured that would happen. There is a skip in here that's theoretically possible, but not really viable at all. Anyway, so you go into Blood Fury,
That's gonna heal funny.
and this guy just stays stunned for the most part. Unless, of course, you wind up sliding in front of him.
Wrong girl to hassle is all.
Shut up. We don't need you around, buddy. We do, however, need this guy with the gun. But we need him to not have the gun. Easy enough. Hey, buddy. Come here. So if I get this reasonably fast, it'll be a fucking miracle. Nope. So here's the shit part about this, is that just about anything that I've found to try to line myself up, if you like do it against this computer terminal, you bonk. If you do it against that railing, you bonk. So you like I have to line it up for a spot that's against neither one of those objects. You were trying to do this? Yeah, this is possible. You can get up into that tiny little gap. But it's so fucking, like, it's not viable. There's no way. Like, this is not a thing that you could set up, because the problem is that whatever combo he chooses is going to push you a different amount. And because of that, you cannot guarantee where you're going to bonk. Come on, dude. Quit farting around. That might do it. Yeah. And see, once you get over that, you have to loop back around to the locked door, and then it just triggers this. Like I said, like it's a possible skip. It's not at all viable. Well, you have to interact with a locked door to trigger the next segment anyway. Because, like, once you approach the door, they're like, oh, it's a locked door. Isn't that just how it goes? Blah, blah, blah. And then, like, dudes start rushing in around the vat below it. If you don't actually approach the door, they'll never actually start running in. Where is this now? Turbine. Turbine does not have anything in it yet. I'm emphasizing yet because I hope that maybe someday. So, Furnace has an old version of a skip. I'll go ahead and, like, you've probably seen the old version because I do it in the actual run. Well, you're supposed to use super speed to get through these, but found that just like turning on Blood Rage and running through it is just so much faster RTA. Okay, so the old version of this skip, thankfully we can do both at the same time. And I'm hoping that I remember the new version. So this one guy by himself chases you down here. Yeah, the old version, it's very easy. It's very easy, but it does involve waiting for that guy to come all the way down here. So let's say we didn't. I'm pretty sure this is how to... God damn it. Was it not this pipe? Hold on, I'm trying to remember exactly how I did this, because you can definitely just jump up. Is it just to go from there to there? I genuinely don't remember. Hey, we're gonna freeze you so I can remember what I'm doing. Okay, you can just stand here. That's good. So let's turn on... Yeah, so you can 100% jump onto this. So why wasn't it letting me do that a second ago? Fucking... Yeah, the geometry stuff isn't on Revamped for whatever reason. But yeah, you can just jump up that and just get up here, and that means that you don't have to wait for that dude to show up at all. Oh right, they're frozen. Whatever. Okay, did you do this one? Do you understand how it works? Okay, I didn't know if the show triggers worked on this or not. So basically, remember I was trying to explain that the explosion on that wall, that the object, so like imagine the unique objects in this game, think of them like you would a map editor, right? So the the area that triggers the end of the stage is on those stairs, but it's a square. It's a square area, so naturally that means part of it is above the stairs and part of it is below the stairs, and you only need to interact with part of that square. If you cross into that square anywhere, then you've interacted with the exit. Okay, so this is where one of the most significant new things is. So let me guess. You jumped up on this object and then jumped around to where the switch is, correct? Okay, yeah, that's not necessary at all. But I'm gonna show you, like, okay. We're gonna do this, and then I'll show you what's happening. Fuckity. Hey, could you maybe don't? Get out of here. Anyways. Please go in.
So they're grinding up
So,
channeling the
this is the only skip like this.
Orders ship for all remote outlets, but the...
So let me show you what's actually happening here. So we're gonna turn frozen enemies on. We don't need this on right now. But so here's the room geometry, right? So when you've got this this like section of like mangled parts with spikes poking out of it, like all of those, there's a big tube over it. But that tube doesn't have like top collision, so you can fall into it. So the goal is to just get inside of the top of it. And for whatever reason, from in here, there's not like actual wall collision there. And I genuinely don't know why. It's bizarre because, like I said, no other area in the game is like that. There is also, and I genuinely do not have, like, a proper explanation for this one, but, like, there is a way to land on this, and then to get... I don't know what the camera just did, and to get up into the map geometry above that. And I'm gonna try to demonstrate, but it's been a while since I've, like, looked into this, so it may not want to behave for me.
So they're grinding up the street trash, champ.
So, before I do this, it's worth noting that that walkway right there goes to the right, and that door right there is where we're trying to go. Trying to remember, how do you get up from here? I could have sworn it was just to jump on a section of this pipe and to get up like that, but maybe it's... Okay, for some reason we have more invisible ceiling. Anyways, the TLDR is that for whatever reason the invisible walls and ceilings in this area aren't consistent about their positions. And they sometimes just change. And if you were to get out of the map at that angle, it's possible you could just fall into the exit.
So they're grinding up the street trash, channeling.
It's deeply unlikely, though. Genuinely trying to remember. Ah, there we go. So this is how you get up here. You know, it's... Hold on. I've never investigated this one. No, of course not. Oh, and I'm, like, genuinely stuck, I think. Well, I don't have, like, a no-clipping code or anything like that.
So they're grinding up the street trash, channeling.
Oh, I got under it somehow. Well, oh, by the way, I just want to show this off real quick. So we've got this this fun way of rendering the game. Just in case you just really wanted to see the geometry of the start menu. Yeah, so how much, okay. How much of the Ascent did you manage? Yo, thanks for the follow, Queen. Because the Ascent is a fucking bastard. There's the pipe slider in the Ascent is the only skip of it that's like that one. Yeah, the Ascent is, it's really easy to forget where you are in this climb, because, like, this whole thing is a total bastard. Did you do the spinny gun attack to break all of the things in the conduit room?
Anything out there?
Or the room that I sometimes refer to as the hammer dance? Cool. This jump is another one of Gala's contributions, but I hate it. I hate it a lot. Oh my god, which direction are you going, Rain? Cool. Thanks, camera. Here, I'll go ahead and do it the safe way, because I'm just not that pristine right now. What? Rain, what are you doing, lass? Whatever. Give me that and let's get out of here.
Some enormous.
This room sucks so bad because there's really nothing that you can do about this. Like when a dude gets put on that, all you can hope for is that their body completely comes to rest before it gets launched. Aside from that, there's nothing that you can do. Come on, dude. That might do it. No, yeah, it made it just fine. Pain in the ass, this fucking room. This whole stage is just so ass, dude. Like, if you've got a solid run, this is where it goes to die.
All the way up here just to see me. Well, I can't disappoint you now. There's more here if you want some.
Out.
That's everything.
So yeah, on Revamped it's possible. Here, you know what? I'll go where we can really see it. On Revamped it's possible to use the foreman, the guy with the giant hammer, to bonk you where you hit the ceiling that we see right here, and then to land on this platform right here. Otherwise, before the foreman is dead, there's an invisible ceiling across this entire side of the room. So you would need to get that bonk on this side. On Revamped, literally if you immediately turn on slowdown, get in his face, and as soon as he starts to wind up an attack jump, you'll immediately skip that area. It's also possible to use the foreman to skip the hammer room on Revamped. It's not possible on this. I mean, like, okay, it's possible, but I've only managed it like once ever, and it was like the most wildly, stupidly, like, brain-meltingly precise thing ever. It's never going to happen again. I don't recommend even thinking about it. Piss! Trying to remember, which one is this? Oh, right. No! Shit. You know what? Hold on. I'm curious about something. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm the fuck down, because I'm trying to think about stuff. God damn it! No. No, definitely not. I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice if I could just hop from here to the quote-unquote rail? Sir! Oh, that's not what I wanted. I hate this thing because it doesn't always want to actually detect you jumping against it. Okay, I'm always, like, double-checking this area as I'm going through it because, well, you never know, let's be honest. I know that this skip is specifically to avoid see that, like, wooden flooring? We very much want to avoid that whole section because it's not guaranteed to happen. But that section, you know that area in Club Strages where it keeps on doing, like, mini cutscenes of things falling from that upper area? Same shit with that wooden flooring. So if we avoid scripted spawns right there, then it never has a chance to do all of that bullshit. Alright, this is... yeah. Sir! Trying to remember what I'm doing here. Stop. Okay, are we at the weird rails now? No, this is the hammer room. Somehow that one did not break. Why didn't my... it felt like my ghost gave me nothing. Isn't it good when my attacks do what they're supposed to? That's not what I wanted. Ah, good. Fire. My favorite. Oh, come on. Oof. God, this room is so shit, dude. And to think, I used to have a strategy in here. Okay, cool. There it goes. Damn, fuck this fucking room, dude. I'm gonna have to get good at this again. I mean, this is your best way to get just heaps and heaps of rage. Like, I mean, if you were paying attention just now, then you saw, like, almost the entire bar got filled with that. Oh yeah, this is part of what I was talking about. Like, see, so you see I'm on the left side, right? But like, if I want to jump off the right side, I just flick and hit the jump button, and she'll just immediately slide over. Okay, so right here you can jump straight to the second bar. And what you want to do is you want to hold to this direction so she'll land on this. And then you can do that. I feel like I remember having totally fucked that up during the run because I didn't hold the direction I was supposed to at first. Yeah, when you land on that first one, you want to hold the direction that's opposite of where she's going to start grinding. And that way she just stands on the pole. I forgot to do that and totally fucked everything up. Oh right, yeah, this is the pipe slider, I think, isn't it? Yeah. That was weird. That's odd. Fuck. Am I on the wrong one? I feel confused. No, this is not the wrong one. Yeah, it's a weird skip. You can do it without slowdown. I've done it without the slowdown, but I'm also not good at this right now, so I'm not about to do that. I argued with that skip for the longest fucking time trying to get it ready for prime time. It was a lot. I don't even know what those rolling balls are, or what the hell effect they're supposed to have on this situation. Oh my god. Whatever. Let's act as though... Not refill ammo. Let's act as though I did not just get completely shredded and had a reasonable amount of my juice. Okay, good. So you see this this grindy pole right here? I used to like jump on this railing and then try to do some trickery to get onto it. Completely unnecessary. Like, you can literally just jump to it. with like just an okay placed jump. And this was the first skip. Well, it's not really a skip, so per se, it's really more of a sequence break. But it was the first thing ever discovered in the run.
Feeding time.
Well, it's something that the Russian fellow was doing on the PC run, and I was just like, is this possible? And it turns out, yes. Because, like, it just didn't look like it was that far away from being just basically doable.
These blood guns rock, but they're bleeding me dry.
Oh no, they're bleeding me dry. Anyways, mash the A button to just skip cutscenes. Mash the start button to skip save prompts.
Kagan's tower has to be the one left standing. Due north, across the pond.
So yeah, did you attempt the helicopter skip?
What's happening?
Because I can tell you that skip is a total bastard.
You guys are kind of like ninjas. I hate ninjas.
Do they carry big swords? Throw stars, real quiet.
You fell into the
That means
void.
she's not far, right? I've got a bone to pick
It's so. It's such a bastard to get this correct.
running! Hey, you're interrupting my target practice.
It's such a bastard to get this right. Especially since that last hit in their attack is so fucking low, dude. That might do it. Okay, so let me show you what's going on right here. And this is probably going to annoy the shit out of you. You see this giant red block? That is the invisible wall associated with the helicopter. So without being able to see where your limits are, you have to get around that block. And yeah, you're pretty fucking close to oblivion. And then it's not over. Once you get past that, you have to make sure not to go into that little gap. If memory serves, this also breaks a couple of things later. Alright, on ReVamped, there is a skip that can be done here. These two Shadow Ninjas that we're about to fight, you don't have to fight them. And honestly, it's a total piece of shit doing this. Here. Even when they're frozen, they will react to being struck. It's so dumb. Anyways, none of this matters. So, like, there's a bit of, like, geometry on this tree. that if you jump against it just right, then you will get stupid height. It's another form of skyrocket. It's really, 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 really hard to hit. On Revamped, this skyrocket with slow-mo turned on is... Well, okay, Rain will go so high you won't be able to see her for a few moments. And then basically, let's see if I can get in a position to show you. Somewhere in that direction is the building that the exit is attached to. So, funny story. Like, when you go into that fight with the two guys, there's that, like, spectral force field, right, that keeps you from going to the exit. On this version of the game, if you were to somehow subvert that and get behind that spectral force field with those two guys still alive, you will not proceed. But on Revamped, you will. I'm not going to keep trying to go for this skyrocket, though, because like, I'll do a couple more attempts, but like, it's genuinely stupidly hard to get it to happen. And I've never really, like, narrowed down reasons why it will or won't happen at any given time. Anyways, that's fine, whatever.
Never fails, right? Did you even see that coming?
So this is the theoretical use for this spinning attack. Oh, I still have this on. I'm gonna try to do the most complicated skip in the game, but for one thing, I know I'm gonna fuck it up a bunch. For another thing, I know I'm gonna have zero luck explaining, like coherently explaining how it works.
It's not a riddle. I'm seeing the bodies of zookeepers. Definitely dead, but definitely twitching.
You saw the trick.
Oh, this section blows, yeah. Oh, no. And now he's dead.
Let me hear you scream. Sound astray.
Yeah, he'll just walk into it. There's a way to get it to happen more reasonably than that as well, but like, it's like there's a way to get him to be on fire before you even have a chance to spot him. I don't remember the timing for that.
Jesus, they're everywhere.
But suffice it to say, you definitely want to shoot those canisters at a certain distance, and he will find his way into the flame. Now, it's worth noting that, like, the way that enemies work is if any limb is ever removed, they will eventually bleed out, and when that happens, they will eventually lose all of their HP. However, when an enemy is set on fire, they eventually become charred, and after a certain amount of time of being charred, they just die automatically, regardless of what their HP value is. I think that that's why the flames in this room aren't real, because they didn't want this particular boss enemy to be cheesable in that particular way. Well, this is deeply unfortunate. I couldn't tell you what makes these guys sometimes dismember and sometimes not. No idea. I assume it's that they're vulnerable sometimes and sometimes not. But when is that? No idea. I'm, like, not fully convinced that it's consistent, yeah. It could just be a complete disaster regardless. So there is, like, right behind where she is right now, there's a way to get, like, out of bounds right there and to reach this upper balcony. It is utterly pointless to do that. There is not a reason for it whatsoever. Oh no, yeah, she's a bag of dicks. Oh right, I forgot, if you're actively using the juice, then you can't gain the juice. God damn it. Hard to tell if you're behind her or not. Now, see, this fire isn't fire, it is instead wall. Yeah, I noticed that, like, you were launching into the air at random against her, and I do not know what in the fuck was going on with that. Okay, so the most complicated skip in the game is right here. I did do it in my run. In my run, it was a full-on desperation mode. Like, 100%, if I hadn't gotten this then in that run, then that run was dead. So basically, what you need to understand about this segment is that the moment you land here, there is a cutscene that is X amount of time after you show up. The music starts to fade out, and then a second cutscene comes in. Now, if you can proceed to where the other cutscene is supposed to happen, and then get those triggers to basically you want to cross a certain point when the initial cutscene takes place. And because of that, the second cutscene never happens. And that's what prevents the trio from appearing. I have a theory about a way to make this maybe possibly easier to do. Wait, what? Come on now. Okay, that already took too long. There we go. There's some tricky out of bounds bullshit here as well. I don't remember my movement. Clearly. Wait, did that? No.
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate it.
Bro, I don't remember my jumps, dude. By the way, I got real sick of hearing all bulletproof monsters hate fire. Oh, am I dead? I'm dead. I got real sick of hearing that line because I had to test this over and over and over and over. Did that make it? It did. Okay. God damn everything, dude. I want to get this right. I don't want to just like phone it in. What am I doing? Yeah, but that's slow. You're slow. What? You had this happen a lot. What?
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
That's curious. I'm not gonna count on this, though. I've literally never had that happen before. Why are you being such a problem today, Rain? Just accept your corpse jet fuel and go. Why? What are you getting stuck on? What is she getting stuck on? I'm confused. I'm gonna go ahead and relearn this right now because this is super annoying. Okay. So even when I can see where I'm going, you're still getting stuck on something. Okay.
All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
I'm gonna fuck around with that a little bit more later. I proceeded too early. But like the thing that needs to be done to make the triggers overlap is you have to be in the animation of jumping forward. Which is a complete and total bastard. No. It's just X amount of frames after everything starts.
But to really appreciate how it works, you
I
need to see what
I genuinely think, see, that this is something I did when I was trying to make sure if this worked on ReVamped. That's what happened, was when I jumped forward, she grabbed onto that pole. And it seemed like that extended the whole thing, like the magnetism to the pole made it easier to skip. And it does work on Revamped. Oh, it's definitely hard because, like, what you would want to do is time when it happens on the music, but the music fades out completely. And then there's just, like, this fuzzy zone of, like, I think it's around here. By the way, when this goes wrong, there's a vampire lair right there. On Revamped, the way that you would skip this is you would do a launch off of this guy and then sort of kind of blindly make your way over to the top of that awning right there, and then you drop like the wall over that awning, so like the wall behind the triangle doesn't exist, and then you would just drop in behind the barrier and exit. It's obviously slower than this, but God. We're not friends. But, it's certainly something.
Perfect. Severn, this whole place is flooded.
Well, you're going to want to watch out for...
Water? Yeah, thanks for the update. Great. I need eyes in the back of my head. Every food tank is a booby trap, and they know it.
You know what, while you were playing, I noticed these, and I started to wonder if there was anything I could do with them, so hold on. Enemies frozen, God mode on. Because wouldn't it be interesting if there was some kind of weird out of bounds that would actually help right here? Or why did it... interesting that it chose to force me down right there. Yeah, no. Not on that side, anyway. Let's investigate you, sir. You warrant why did... I got height that I didn't expect. So let's see, what is this character collision doing? No, yeah, that's actually, you know, well put together. I'm not surprised. One thing that I really want, though... Oh. Is some kind of way to get to the upper level where the whale is faster. Because, like, it looks like there's no reason you shouldn't be able to jump on top of that, but you can't jump on top of that. And aside from that, I don't see what else you could even possibly hope to use down here. But like, what would be best is if you could skip the whale altogether and just find a way to be under this. I know that this section of the map doesn't, like, purely 100% doesn't exist from the other one. So even if I got out of bounds on the other section of the map, out where the trio were, there's no way that you're getting down here from that. Oh no, it would be way slower because there'd be no guarantee. There's no way to do an actual setup here. It would have the same problem as that skip from earlier, is that there, like, it would be total guesswork where you end up. You know, one thing I haven't done, though...
Let's see. Enough force to smash through the
No. Absolutely fuck all.
This must be my lucky day.
Shitty. Okay, so we're just about at the point in the run where guns are actually going to be necessary. Rain, I do not know what you're doing.
Fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Keep running.
So I'm gonna try to bring you over here a bit. You cannot hook this guy because there's like there's things that he'll lock onto just about goddamn to everywhere.
It's not all about the blades, honey.
No, yeah, this skip is fucking near impossible. And I hate it so much. It's one of the skips that I hate the most that I have found. So I'm trying to remember. I think it's right in front of me. Yeah, it's right here. So you want to get launched right here, and it'll put you just inside of the wall, and then you want to jump that way. Yeah, I did. This is one of the ones that I said is probably just not worth doing. Mate, what in fuck's name are you up to? That is not high enough. That might do it. And then you don't want to move. Move bad. See, that was way hella faster than in my run. Because I did a completely different method. So when you get knocked down, if you like don't put any directions in and you just hit the A button a few times, Rain eventually just stands up without doing anything else. Much more useful. It's one of those kinds of things that kind of like it makes you ache. It's like the speedrunner itch. Like, why am I not moving?
That's what.
That's it. Trap the other ones.
No fair getting help from the audience. That's true. Tell you what, I'll pretend I didn't hear it. Severin, if Ember doesn't think you're fair.
Okay.
It's always the worst students that call unfair. Take the advantage and finish her off, Rain. Kill that shadow bitch.
Oh, that's not the right one. Dorp. What are you doing? A little bit more juice would be appreciated. No? Nowhere? Oh, okay, there you are. Unfortunate.
What's low?
Mongrel half-blood, blah. Anyways, there genuinely are no skips past this point. There's a spot where I have a theory about there potentially being a skip, but honestly, even if there is, I don't know what the hell it would look like. And it skips the gumball room. Now, gumballs are that's what we refer to the like the flesh robots. It's like that rooftop boss. That's just the super gumball. So like the gumball room is that one where you fight like 6 of them, but the miniguns are at the bottom. Theoretically, you might be able to maybe skip that, but I don't think it's possible. And past that, I'm not even sure like what there would potentially be. Like the sky bridge part where you fight the last Ampere right before the rooftop boss, right? The actual like hallway that you fight her in is below the void out plane. So nothing that you can do, like, unless we can find a unique state that Rain can be in while falling that prevents her from triggering a void out, then there's no way we're ever going to subvert that. But yeah, let me show you some unique to revamped stuff. By the way, in the first section while you were going through the run, you forgot to do the flag launch. Like you just fought the guy and kept going. In fact, let's see if I can manage to do that without using the slowdown. So because this one is in a higher frame rate, launches get more height in general. And in some places that means you don't even need to use a slowdown.
Looks like... My arm! The load strip is getting restless. Party's downstairs, man. Hey, you need to return to the ballroom right now.
No, I've brought up revamped, and we're gonna do some revamped specific shit real quick.
Oh yeah, do that again.
The fact that you can't tell the difference between the frame rates is concerning.
You can't be here, late.
Ooh, this is quite a bedroom. But I'm the first girl to see it by choice, huh?
Where's my...
Slow time for easier combat. Don't be a dick, Dick. Also, don't be a dick. I don't want to kill any dicks. Okay, so it is possible to do this without the slowdown on this version. I just need to not be bad. See that? That's an example of being bad. There it goes. So like that would be the biggest advantage that this version would have over the other one, is just the fact that there are some tricks that you can do on this one without the slowdown you cannot do without the slowdown in the first one. Like, here, I can actually show you that version of the skip here, and then I'll show you the new version, or the revamped specific version.
They were beat, knocked off early.
Yeah, I shouldn't have did that. But see, yeah, you can get these without the slowdown at all. Now, that's the normal way. However, because of the frame rate difference in this version, there's an even crazier skip you can do on this version. That's not what I wanted at all. You. Fuck off out of here. Wee. Isn't that the silliest shit, dude? You wanna maybe target the car? Or not, I guess. Do I not have this set up correctly? Why is it on cycle left? What? I promise I didn't do that. Oh, it didn't save. Good. Right, because at the higher frame rate, there's more frames in which it's checking for height, so it just gets launched higher. That's why I was telling you that, like, when you were trying to optimize your slowdowns, what would happen is that mid transition, while it was slowing down, you would get hit, but because you're not at the slowest speed, it wouldn't give you as much height. You need it to be as slow as possible to get that added height. Lady. What the fuck? And by the way, she gets burned faster because, again, it's checking her position on more frames.
Guys are rounding up street people like
So there's like, there are some advantages, but like,
you got anything on fire?
that skip, like, that leads into the trio skip, the cutscene fuckery that we were discussing earlier, can't be done on Revamped at all because on this version, for whatever reason, there's an invisible ceiling across that entire opening area. So you cannot launch out of it. Can I get this without slowing down? Like, I know it's possible. What I mean is, can I do it? Probably not. Oop. Ah, so fucking close, dude. I keep on getting, like, a whack angle on it. Oh, oh, nah, too low. That was too high. Well, I mean, yeah, OG is the way to go, 100%. Like, the advantages that this version has do not overcome other issues. Bruh. You mean if it was its own thing? I mean, like, I don't see why it wouldn't be its own thing. I do genuinely believe it is different enough. So yeah, there we go. Like, a lot of the run is very, very similar in execution, but enemy behavior is not the same. There are some skips that can and cannot be done. I mean, there's enough different, and honestly, like, fuck the leaderboard. Just straight up fuck the leaderboard. The leaderboard is dumb. Oh, I will show you one that's actually really fucking disappointing. A hell of a night. So you can do this that way, but like, bruh, I'm not gonna argue with it like that. Look how much fucking height I get though. Shit.
Ugh, sunlight everywhere.
Wait, so this one's really disappointing, and it's because you can't do this one. The door has been put further out towards the exterior, and I have argued with this and argued with this and argued with this, and I cannot get it to trigger what is required. It's deeply upsetting. By the way, this is the complicated one. So like, this is the simple alternate. This is the back alternate, and it's theoretically faster. But the fastest is to do a back kick neutral slash. And I'm doing it backwards. And it's a pain in the ass to do this consistently, especially when, like, unfortunately, even when you're locked onto an enemy, it is camera dependent. I would definitely say it's overall just not worth fucking around with it, because, like, the difference in frames is minimal, and honestly, when you're using your juice and you've got an enemy pinned, the fastest frames aren't even necessarily the best ones, because of, like, their dodge animations and shit. I'm trying to think of what else aside from, like, stuff in the Ascent. Because, like, the most notable differences in this one is the skips that just can't be done because of just nonsensical changes.
Did you see anything out there? Be quiet.
I'm gonna fuck these up, by the way. By the way, this skip is way more slippery on this version. I forgot about this. Like, I don't know if it's because the frames allow it to check position more consistently, but this is just so slippery. And I mean, like, fair, it's not supposed to happen. But damn, man. What the fuck? Okay, I got stuck on something. Hey, I could use some juice. Delicious blue juice. Oh, is he gonna go in? Nice. That might work. Ooh, ooh. Yeah! The second one did go in. I didn't think it would. Oh, Jesus. What was that damage? I'm gonna die. It's fine. Why is that doing so much damage? That's real weird.
Oh, you boys came all the way up here just to see me? Well, I can't disappoint you now. Let's party.
What? What game? What are you doing, dude? Yeah, we're not in the right spot.
Damn, I'm a couple of quarts low.
I don't remember this guy being like nearly this much damage on this version. That's a bit weird. I don't understand why her iframes don't work on that attack specifically. You fucking sack of shit, dude. So this might just not be a skip worth doing.
Oh, you boys came all the way up here just to see me? Well, I can't disappoint
I'm
you now.
genuinely put off by how extremely aggressive he's being. It's a little weird. So yeah, this is where I ended up. You cannot do that on the OG version. You will not get this much height.
Feeding time.
At least I think we're coming up to the hammer room. Yeah.
I'm beginning to see
Hammer dance. Fuck off, dude. Didn't quite make it onto the platform. He's about a pound, I think. God damn it, dude. That attack really is some garbo.
I'm beginning to see many more suffering.
Okay. Not in the right spot. That should do it? Yeah. No hammer room. That's the advantage of just having that many more frames to work with. God damn everything to hell. I hate these fucking guys, dude. It is not normal for him to catch you that quickly. See, now we've got two boss health bars. Now I can't move. Like, I literally cannot move. I can fire. This fucking game, dude. I have never tried to get juice from this guy before, and apparently you shouldn't. But that really was the last bit of this stage that is in any way, shape, or form unique, so whatever. No. Unfortunately not. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I mean, on Strages, okay, there is a different version of this skip here. On Strages, you can do something totally different. I mean, it's totally different. It's the same thing, but you do it a different way. Okay, that's not at all what I was hoping for. Hey, lady. Hey, lady, hey, lady, hey, lady, hey, lady. Bruh, god fucking damn it. This should be fine if you would just, you know, do the thing. And hey, look where we are. So yeah, completely different and yet not at all different. Same method to get there, just not in the same place. And that method, I'll be honest, that method is a lot easier. And it does save more time. Let's see, access tunnels. I think the boom skip is easier. For the same reason, because you launch high enough to bonk.
Damn, Severin, it's horrible down here.
Well, hey, here's a sewer.
Blow it! Blow it now!
Ah, I fucked up. This is a weird water point where, god damn, dude. On PC it's called Terminal Cut, but that is the exact same thing as ReVamped. Like, literally, it's the exact same thing.
Where are you taking us?
So ReVamped isn't even new, it's just Terminal Cut released again. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because they wanted to pretend that it was new when it wasn't.
Underground railroad then. Let's them move through the city while the sun's up.
That's not what I wanted.
What's wrong?
Are you... lady? What's with like the blatantly intentionally missing over and over? Yes. I haven't had any problems with it. I don't prefer... I mean, you already know, I prefer the OG version.
There's only one of them.
That was actually really convenient. Now I just need to keep him away from the fire. Come here, buddy. Boink. See, yeah, stupidly easy, like brain dead easy. This skip on this version because you just get punched in the fucking vaguely in the correct direction, bonk, and just go where you want. Let's see, smuggling route. There's the light fixture, and then there's. Like, after that, the boom skip, or not the boom skip, but the crack in the wall is the exact same here as it is in the normal version. Then the thing with the water filtration at the end, same. Sleds, same. Electrification silos, same. Mess hall, I already showed you that skip can't be done. Same. There's no skips there, so same. Yeah, that thing is the same. Same. I already showed you those skips. Same. Yeah, same thing. Like I said, like, for whatever reason, there is an invisible wall, or invisible ceiling, rather, across this entire beginning zone. Like, it doesn't matter which one of these guys you launch off of. It especially doesn't matter if you don't launch. But yeah, it doesn't matter right there. Same thing with this guy. Doesn't matter here. Again, doesn't matter, especially if you don't launch. Yeah, nothing. It's completely 100% blocked off at the top. There's an alternate version of skipping this that involved here. Let's see if I can show this off in theory. Now, this is a very outdated version that involved getting a bot boost off of one of these guys.
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
About right here. I'm not used to this guy anymore. Bad timing. I think that version might actually still work, because it looked like I got some pretty good height right there. But you want this guy to come over to this side, and then you want to get him to slap you
Hey, what about fire?
about right here. You're kidding. Mate, what are you doing? I couldn't even... like, first off, he walked up to me and just stood there. Asshole. And then I couldn't see anything. Don't you know it's fucked up to keep a woman waiting?
Hey, what about fire? All bulletproof monsters hate fire.
Camera. I managed to time it anyway, even though I couldn't see a goddamn thing. Yeah, I don't think...
Gotta make a withdrawal from the blood.
Yeah, I don't think it can be done. But this was the original version of this skip, was to get this motherfucker to slap you over the side of this tree, and then you would just jump around this. And all that would really do is enable you to skip that thing. Because this whole section is just shit for a speedrun. I really hate when the camera does this. I don't know why that didn't hit me. Whatever. I genuinely don't think it works. I cannot tell what I'm targeting, dude. Anyway, this is the only other skip that I can think of off the top of my head right now that is unique to this version. It's really dumb. Like, it's so fucking dumb. And it's very, very, very hard to get it right.
You are too far to live.
I cannot tell where I am is the problem. I think I'm too far. Okay. I ended up completely in the wrong fucking direction.
Feeding time.
Well, one of them managed to kill themselves. The problem is that there's not, like, a consistent way to aim yourself in the air. God damn it. Here, let me do this real quick. But basically what you want to do is you want to, like, leap off of that corpse and then somehow make your way across that courtyard and land on top of that ceiling, and then you can drop down into the trigger that goes into the next section of the game. Total pain in the ass, says I. Especially since, like, there's no way to aim the camera down. Like, it keeps resetting upward. Okay, I think. Alright. You're kidding! Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, it worked.
This whole place is flooded.
Well, you're going to want to watch out for
Water? Yeah, thanks for the update.
Anyways, again, we have boss HP bars on screen that are not in use.
Great. I need eyes in the back of my head. Every fuel tank is a booby trap and you'll know it.
Past this. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. I have demonstrated every skip in the game in 2 hours and 46 minutes. Well, aside from the fully and entirely outdated ones. I'll be uploading this stream to YouTube, and I'll make sure that you'll be able to see it. you know, sooner than it's usual. Like, normally, everything that like my stream archive is on a schedule, and it's a daily or you know, 2 a day type of release. And I think everything is scheduled out until, like, I don't know, the 10th of next month, something like that. But I'll make sure that, I mean, like, for one thing, this stream, feel free to, like, if you have the means to download the VOD from the stream, just go ahead. That way you can just, like, use it as a reference. But while we're still here, I did demonstrate this earlier, but I think I should demonstrate it again while you're actually present. Oh shit. It's interesting because, like, this is definitely not a Devil May Cry type game at all. You know, even if you take every single cheat code this game has into account, most of these words don't get used in any of them.
They were beat, knocked off early.
Right, the fucking... You fucking dicklick. I'm gonna get hit by a train. I'm not gonna get hit by a train. Okay. So let's presume you're in the middle of a run and you've reached to this section and you've got an amazing time going, ah, fuck, you landed in the wrong spot. You fix this by going back here, jumping around here, and there's a bit of an invisible wall there as well, but you can get through it.
Okay, Rain, they're headed down the street to the crosstown tunnel.
Is that what he... Oh, that is why I had it done that way. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Why did it change it back? Fuck this fucking game sometimes, dude. Well, I can't try out what I wanted to try out, but whatevs. That looks so violent.
So,
I could show you...
the bad guys are rounding up street people like sheep, led by these kestrel damn.
I could show you probably one of the goofiest looking things in this game that's definitely involves going where you're not supposed to go. It is not helpful, but it is something. It's also really hard to do. And knowing that it's not helpful makes the fact that it's really hard to do kind of unrewarding. Nah. At one point I had this just about figured out, which again is a completely pointless thing to figure out because there's not a reason to get back here. By the way, this fire ain't real and the collision on top doesn't exist either. It does do crazy things when you try to move while you're inside of it, though. Almost. Okay. Here we go. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't mean to do this. I might be able to... No, there's no way. Well, let's try this one more time. As you can get a truly remarkable view of the void. Nah, not close enough. Yeah, you could fairly say that I've left like no bit of geometry in this game unchallenged. Now, there is some out-of-bounds fuckery that can be done this way. If you recall, I had told you that there was, like, that the things that you can skyrocket off of in the actual train bay, the reason that they're such wonky obstacles is because they're not actually there. Those things are added in the middle of a cutscene. And so their collision is artificial on a special object that, again, isn't really part of the scene. And the easiest way to find all of that shit out is to go through this series of nonsense back here. See, now we're inside of the train bay. But we haven't gone through the cutscene. And so, because of that, these objects here, they're not here. The map is different. And it's silly because there's no reason for us to ever see the map this way. But also, funny enough, like, in that cutscene, you start over here. And then you end up over there. But this hallway that they blow up, like, the bombs are even here, dude. But you could just go through it. The water ain't here, the enemies aren't here. If memory serves, because it's been a while since I've messed with this, if memory serves, you literally cannot complete this area because of all of this.
What? Thought only the masters could do that.
That's what you call an urban myth.
Obviously, the dialogue is still able to play. Wait, right, this is backwards. It's been a while since I fucked around with this. It's fine, we're fine.
Just don't let her get into the goddamn ventilation system.
Feeding time.
I did. I'm pretty sure it's still not possible to complete this area, but again, it's been a while. Oh, I put her on a spike accidentally. Shit happens. Bye, lady. As I'm pretty sure that without the destruction that's done in that cutscene, that there's some stuff in the way up here. Oh, hey, a kestrel. Oh, right, this happens.
These are kind of shaky. Hey, you kids, be careful up here. You're gonna catch your deaths.
Whatever. No, maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, yeah, that bit of platform shouldn't be there, but it is.
Man, if we were turns.
Yeah, it turns out breaking sequence in games creates weird situations. I guess that's the bit of platform that falls down and makes you have to, you know, gives you the opportunity to box launch, but yeah, this whole thing is just weird. I know how to use human words, I promise.
New sheriff in town, baby, and you're under a...
Go it. Go it. I guess that platform doesn't exist either. Okay, so that platform's not real.
Don't look like no junkie to me. Bitch, shoot me now!
Whoops, here we go again. Alright, anyways. Ugh. Ooh, the stretch feels good. Anyways, I'm gonna get some coffee and switch to something else. But yeah, I'll make sure that this video is available sooner rather than later. Given, you know, the type of content that it is. But yeah, I'm gonna switch games and I'll be back.